Hi guys. Right now students are working in their book on page 15. You guys are looking at the graphs that you pasted into the problems on page 5 through 8 last week. You're recording similarities, differences, and independent and dependent variables. I'm going to walk around the room. You can fast forward if you want. To bring power together, what kind of things are the same? What kind of things are different? Okay, you've got some quiet ladies who appear to be on task, and some social gentlemen who might want to use your charm and say, hey, what are you working on over there? Okay? Why is that so funny, Jerry? Does Bingo not have charm?
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't have, you help share the graphs with you. Actually, you have all the graphs. They just never got cut out. So for what we're doing right now, part of it is looking at shapes of these graphs. Similarities, differences. Don't worry if some of this doesn't make sense as you're here for
Doing some offsite. That's not what I'm doing. The gap.
Hey, you have your graph? It might not be pasted in, but it might be 15.
I know that.
Similarities and differences.
I know that not all the graphs are the same. Really? Yeah. Because I use all the graphs are not the same. They're all this one goes straight down. Most of them, but this one goes straight down. What's different? This one integrates it up again. They all, at one point, they were all up.
Yes.
No.
Now, look at your graphs.
They all started.
Different.
At one point in the graph, like they're up.
Yeah.
Different structures.
Actually, they don't all have.
No, that's different.
Oh, there's differences. What is the main difference between all?
That was 4. Do you need one more minute? One more minute. Try and get something written down in number 1, 2, and 3.
In the elevation rates in the variable rates in different.
Okay. See about ordering more of that book.
Because you know there's gonna be some kids coming in going, I forgot it.
Well, no, they don't. They leave it here. But if anybody drops down from Math 2, we're gonna need more, or moves in, we're gonna need more.
And this way you have more for next year.
Yep.
That's a good one.
Okay. If you can hear me, snap once. If you can hear me, snap twice. Thank you. Similarities. Jerry.
They all depict a scenario.
Excuse me?
They all depict a scenario.
Depict a scenario. Depict a scenario. So they're a picture that means something. Amic.
They all have the same amount of squares.
Same number of squares. Okay. Other similarities. And it could be similarities that are you see in some of them, like small groups of them. Yeah.
They're all different,
Well, we're going to talk about that in a minute.
but the similar thing is
No.
I will record it, Sam.
Okay.
They're each unique. They're
Yes.
all different for various reasons. Yes.
They all have X and Y axes.
Ooh, I like that. X and Y axes. Jerry.
Most of them have a time axis.
Most have a time axis. Okay, good. Again, some of these, when we're looking for patterns, there's a lot of ways you can look at it. It's not a super right or wrong answer. A lot goes into how you explain it. Like I told Sam, I'm going to look for differences in the next, but he had rationale that he was going to stick up for and argue for. That's good. Differences. Yes.
some lines are infinite and some are not.
Ooh, some infinite. What does he mean by that?
Continue going.
Continue going. Some have endpoints. Yes, Molly.
Some are negative slopes while others are positive slopes.
Sorry, I didn't turn that off. Okay, oh, I like that. Negative and positive slopes. So you guys have learned about slopes in other classes. So some are going up, some are coming down. Mr. Amick.
Different starting points
Different
and ending points.
start, end. Okay, quiet table in the back. One way they're different.
The quantities and
Quantities, once we labeled things, the units they were getting measured in is different. Hold on. This quiet table over here, Noodle, Oscar, Chris, and Kenya. You got another difference that you can notice about the graphs? Chris looks like he has something on his paper that he's looking at, or is that just avoiding eye contact with me? You don't have any other differences? Okay. Any last ones? I got room for one more.
some are constant and others are not.
What do you mean by that?
They have like the constant rate of which they increase or decrease, and others don't.
Oh, different rates. Now, 3. How do we label independent and dependent quantities? Jerry.
Isn't the independent quantity the x-axis?
Independent is x-axis, and that would mean dependent is y-axis. Good. Sam and Molly, did you have something different?
I said that like you would try and find which one would make most sense for the scenario.
Make sense for scenario. All right, good. Analyze each graph from left to right. Describe any graphical characteristics that you notice. Left, as we move from left to right, what do you notice? Sam.
There's a 90-degree angle.
Okay, 90-degree angle for the axes, right? They don't all have 90 degree in the graph itself. Jerry,
The line moves up or down.
the line is either moving up or down. Am I getting too low? They might have had some that had a little bit of a horizontal part, but usually there was a pattern of some sort of change in height. All right, flip the page. Now, instead of looking at the groups as a whole, this time they're asking you to look at smartphone and music club. So they're asking you to compare two graphs out of the 8. All right? Right here they want something fishy and It's Magic. So those two graphs compare, and Baton and Jelly Bean. So instead of looking at big, broad pictures, we're narrowing it down. I think we're going to divide and conquer here. Okay? These two tables, you have you're going to look at smartphone and music club, two graphs, and you're going to be thinking about similarities and differences in those two graphs. These two tables right here, you have B, okay? Something fishy and It's Magic. And these two tables, you're going to have C, Baton Twirling and Jelly Bean Challenge. All right? So, how many minutes? 10? You think it's going to take 10? I think let's go for 5. We tried 4 and that wasn't enough. We're going for 5 minutes. We'll add time if needed. Ready, go.
Okay, so similarities are the both like.
Okay, so now we're on page 16, and in page 16 you compare two graphs that they identify for you and just focus on similarities and differences in those two graphs. I'm going to pause you right now while I go around and check with the rest of the group.